afternoon. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a hot sec. Sorry about that. Not that anybody cares or has probably noticed that I've taken a few weeks off of YouTube. I think I've said this before, I really hate when influencers and content creators say, I'm so sorry for being so quiet, guys. It's like, it's okay. I didn't lose sleep over not knowing what was going on in your life for the last 48 hours. Anyway, sorry for being a bit absent on YouTube the last few weeks. I think it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since my last upload, which is bad because I told myself that I was going to get at least 2 videos a month uploaded to YouTube when I first started back in March, and that's not happened, which is naughty. But I'm back, I'm here now, so you're welcome. The reason I've been silent is because it's been a really fucking busy time in my life. We had our final week of our most recent Accelerate intake finish up. We had loads of lovely women coming into our one-to-one coaching team off the back of that. We had lots of women join for our next Accelerate intake in January. We had our Black Friday offer for our January Accelerate intake and all of the shenanigans that comes with that. So there's been a lot going on, and I feel like the last couple of days my body has just gone because it's just been such a full-on month of year basically. And yeah, my body for the last couple of days has just been like, I'm out, tapping out, I'm done. I have not been in a good place physically. The old health levels have been in critical. I'm feeling much better today, thank the Lord, because this girl got a Hyrox to run on Friday. And what's worse than a Hyrox? A Hyrox when you're already sick as a dog. So I'm so pleased that I'm feeling better. I'm not pushing it. I'm not going to the gym between now and Friday. I'm not doing any exercise other than walking between now and Friday. I don't want to risk it. And I do not want to tempt fate and push myself back into illness before Friday. So I'm going to take it easy for the next few days, focus on rest, recovery, and just keeping myself as healthy as possible between now and then. And then, yeah, Kath and I run our Hyrox on Friday evening with a 5 p.m. start time, which is disgusting. But I've also seen people get like 10 to 9 p.m. start times for their Hyrox. So I consider myself blessed and fortunate to get a 5 p.m. start time. At least I will still have plenty of time for a really solid, Kath and I will have plenty of time afterwards for a really solid post-workout meal, which I'm very excited about. Anyway, this was a long ramble, a long opening intro to the vlog, but basically I'm gonna take you through today, which is just kind of a normal working day for me, tomorrow, which is a normal working day until about 4 o'clock, and then I head to Edinburgh Waverley to catch the train to go to London, and then we're staying at a really nice, well, I think it's a really nice hotel. I've treated Josh and I to a couple of nights stay in a nice hotel in Canary Wharf tomorrow night and Friday night, because I was like, I want a really cozy, comfy bed for my post-Hyrox sleep. So we've got that to look forward to. Obviously going to take you along for the Hyrox on Friday. And then we've also got our one-to-one client Christmas meetup on Saturday, which I am so excited for. We are doing a paint and sip in Spitalfields. And there's 10 of us going from the group, which is just wonderful. We've got pizza, we've got Prosecco, paint and sip, good vibes, just very festive fun times ahead. So I thought I'd do a big amalgamation video of all of that stuff. So it's going to be quite a long one, but hopefully a really good one. Festive, fun, Hyrox, and then a sprinkling of normal work and all of that in between. So yeah. I'm gonna get on with my day. At the moment, I'm just doing, I had a hen do. I did a hen do. I planned and went to said hen do at the weekend, and this was the paint by numbers canvas that I did at the hen do. It says, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animals." And I was very proud of it, actually. And yeah, so I'm gonna get on with some work. If you're new here, please do subscribe. I've been like teetering on the edge of 100 subscribers for so long now, and I would just love to get to 100 before the end of the year. I started this YouTube channel in March this year. This has been one of my main focuses this year in terms of the goal. Like, I set myself a goal at the start of the year to start a
YouTube channel and be semi-regular with it. And I feel like I have kind of succeeded with that. So I would absolutely love to get to 100 subscribers between now and the end of the year. It would be a Christmas miracle, not a Christmas miracle. My Christmas wish is to get to 100 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed and you're watching, and this is the first video you're watching, and you think, I like her, I want to hear more from her, give it a little subscribe. Anyway, I'm gonna go. It is 5:30. I've just finished my final call for the night and I'm gonna make some cookies. So my hair is a hot mess, dear God. I made these cookies this time last year at Christmas and they were the best things I have ever put in my mouth. No, that dirty joke came out of your head, not mine. I made these gingerbread and white cookies. No, gingerbread and white chocolate cookies this time last year, and honestly they were one of the best things I've ever baked in my 27 years on this planet, and I'm gonna make them again because they were too good. They were too good to miss out on for a whole year. Like, I'm not gonna make gingerbread and white chocolate cookies in the middle of fucking August, so if I don't make them now, I might have to go without for another year, and that just won't do. So I'm making them, and well, I'm actually not really making them for me, so I don't know why I said that, but I will be having one when I make them. But the majority of them will be going to family that we're going to see over the weekend. So let's get baking. I really need to get better at sorting my background out whenever I'm filming. I feel like every time I film in the kitchen, I always have laundry going on in the background. I really need to get better at that. Actually, let me show you my festive lights. Oh, you can't really see the decorations. There are some decorations around the lights. How cute. Wait, let me turn the... Okay, now you get a better... Oh no, the lights fell off. I was wondering why it looked a little bit weird. The lights fell down. They're meant to be all around the window like that. But I guess they actually kind of work because they follow the line of the decorations. But anyway, there are festive kitchen Christmas lights, if there is such a thing. Anyway, I'm really losing my train of thought in this clip. Gingerbread NYC cookies by Jane's Patisserie. The best, like, chunky chocolate chip cookie you will ever try in your lifetime. Guaranteed. Santa, if you're watching, I really need a stand mixer. Not even a KitchenAid necessarily, just a stand mixer. Or even a hand whisk. Because this is just not cutting it anymore. I know I'm strong, but sometimes a girl just wants a little bit of help with her baking. Okay, cookies are assembled, ready to go in the fridge for about an hour, I think the recipe says. Josh is at a work event tonight, and when Josh is away, I will either have a ready meal or something ridiculously easy, like an omelette or scrambled egg or something like that. So tonight's ridiculously easy dinner is chicken katsu curry with rice and vegetables. 46 grams of protein, 450 calories, 5 minutes in the microwave. My kind of dinner. Good morning. It is Friday morning and it is Hyrox Day. I'm currently in my hotel room that we got into last night, quite late. I say quite late, it was about 10 o'clock when we got here, which is very late in my books. And I'm just keeping my voice down because Josh is in the shower.
This shower doesn't get warm.
He said, this shower doesn't get warm, which is not ideal. I'm about to go and have a cold shower, apparently. One way to wake myself up before we head down to breakfast. And then our Hyrox time is until 5 p.m, which is not ideal. I am very much a morning workout person, but at least it's no later than that. So going to be spending most of the day on my laptop doing some work, got some calls. Kath is then going to come over for the afternoon and we're going to do a bit of work together here. And then, yeah, let's go run a Hyrox.
If that isn't a bowl of Hyrox fuel, I don't know what is.
Okay, breakfast is finally done. That was a bit of a chaotic start to the morning, a very chaotic start to the morning actually, including the shower fiasco. Couldn't get the shower to work, so we had to have a nice cold shower, which to be fair woke me up quite well. And then we were gonna head to Farmer J. I didn't realise that it was just a takeaway Farmer J, there was nowhere to sit. So we then went and trekked around all of Canary Wharf trying to find somewhere to sit, which there is actually very few places to sit and eat breakfast in Canary Wharf, because obviously everybody's just going to work. Nobody's going to do a sit-down breakfast. But we managed to find the restaurant that Kath and I are actually going to for dinner tonight. We went there to Caravan breakfast as well, so I'm going to Caravan twice a day, which is I'm not mad about, because Caravan is a really nice spot for food. And had the bowl of porridge that you saw to start the day off with some slow release carbohydrates, some fibre that can work its way through my system nicely throughout the morning, because we don't race until 5 p.m, so there's no point going heavy on the quick release carbohydrates now, because there won't be much benefit through the morning. So starting with slow release carbs this morning, in the form of porridge, which I know my body really works well with. I eat it all the time, so I know it sits well in my body. And coffee. I'm going to go get another coffee now as well.
Let's give you a little room tour. I'm not gonna lie, right now I would not recommend this hotel. Let me chat you through what's happened since we got here. So we got here at about 9:30 last night, and the first room that we went into, we couldn't turn the heating off. The heating was on really warm, had been all day, so the room was really warm, and we couldn't turn it off, and we couldn't open the windows. So we rang downstairs, asked them to send somebody up to, turn the heating off. Somebody came up, they couldn't turn it off, so they're like, sorry, we're gonna have to move you into a different room. Fine, not ideal considering I was already in my pajamas at that point, but whatever. Came to this room, heating still wouldn't turn off. We could turn it down and turn it cooler, but it still wouldn't turn fully off. But we were like, you know what, doable, it's manageable, whatever, we'll stay here. Woke up this morning and Josh got in the shower and he was like, it's not getting hot, the water's not getting warm. And I thought it was just Josh being Josh, missing something really obvious, but I couldn't figure it out either. So we both ended up having a cold shower, which definitely woke us up. Then went downstairs to say, can you send somebody to sort it out? So not been the most incredible experience so far. This is a brand new hotel. It's only been open 3 months or so. So there's obviously lots of teething issues that they're yet to come across. But even so, it wasn't cheap. Let's put it that way. So don't really want to be having a cold shower after I've spent the amount of money I've spent on 2 nights here. Anyway, we went for breakfast at Caravan. That was really nice. And now I'm back. I've got a call in about half an hour. Gonna have my coffee. I also picked up, I was gonna try and get some banana bread in the coffee shop, or a banana or something that was a little bit more substantial than a croissant.
but there wasn't anything other than croissants, and there's not really anywhere else nearby that's not like a decent walk away. So got myself a pan au chocolat to graze on through the rest of the morning. It's already nearly 11 o'clock, which 11 o'clock? Nearly 10 o'clock. And I would have ideally liked to have a little bit more carbs in my system by this point. So gonna get that pan au chocolat down me across the morning and have this call, and then Kath is gonna come over later and we're gonna do some work. I realised I just went on all of that spiel as a preface to showing you the room, and then I never showed you the room. So here's the room. So you walk in, you've got table, desk, TV, like coffee station, and they do give you biscuits. And I was very, very pleased to see that they give you biscuits, because I do love a good hotel biscuit. And then we've got your view of Canary Wharf out here. So just lots of buildings, basically. And then you've got, sorry about the flashy orb light, double beds, not the biggest, but relatively comfy. The pillows were really comfy, actually, to be fair. Little like ward, hanging space, mirror, hello. And then the bathroom I do really like. Apart from the cold shower, I do really, really enjoy this bathroom. We've got waterfall shower heads, love the tiles, like really nicely done bathroom, to be fair. So they do get brownie points for that. And they've got LMS, again, brownie points for that. Okay, and that's your room. That's your room tour. So I'm gonna sit at my little desk and crack on with some work for the morning and into the afternoon before go and run around an adult play course. Good morning, my gal. Happy Friday. Let's talk through your programme update going into next week. Okay. Oh. Just spent the last 2 hours writing and prepping some emails for our next Accelerate launch. We've just had our Black Friday sale where we put half of the spaces for our next intake on sale. So we limited the Black Friday offer to just 15 people. We actually had 16 people come in, but we'll let it slide. And we're putting the other half of those spaces live on the 29th of December. So we're just doing a 5-day stint of spaces being available before we then start our next Accelerate intake on the 5th of January. So if you're new here and you don't know, our Accelerate program is our 8-week fat loss focused group coaching program, which is our group coaching offer within Strength 360, and our next intake starts on the 5th of January. So I'll leave all of the details below if you want to add your name to the priority list for first dibs on spaces when they go live on the 29th of December. So I've just been doing that and marinating in some fake tan. And now I'm going to go and meet Kath. She has just gone and watched some of the first round of the Hyrox people this morning. It's the men's doubles this morning. So she's just gone to watch a few people then. She said it's fucking manic down there. So we're going to leave earlier than we'd planned later on to make sure that we check in on time and have loads of time to spare and warm up and all of that stuff so that we're not rushing. Between now and then, we're just going to go grab some food, come back here, do a little bit of work, a little bit of laptop admin work, and just sort of prep our plan of action for the race, get ready, and then go do a Hyrox. So let's go to M&S and get some more carbohydrates. The hotel reception lobby area had loads of what are they? Heroes in a big bowl at the front of the lobby area. So I obviously have to take some. In the comments, what are your favourite heroes? I think that those are mine. I think Cream Egg, probably a rogue one, and Dinky Decker, also probably a bit of a rogue one, maybe. The only one I hate in heroes is the eclair. I will actively leave the eclair. The rest I would smash. I found a Kath.
Woo! Hyrox, Kath.
She's already scouted out the Hyrox situation because she went to watch some friends this morning. Now we are carb loading.
My favourite snacks. I've got like 6 in here.
Yeah, I've got a whole bar of the elite carb loading snack, along with the second most elite carb loading snack, along with a banana. And we've just picked up our, I say just picked up our bagels. We picked up our bagels about an hour and a half ago. They've been firmly demolished by now. Well, we were gonna do about an hour of work. I've now decided that I can't concentrate on work because it's too close to Hyrox and my brain is elsewhere. So we're just gonna yap for about half an hour and then head to Hyrox. I'm nervous. How you feeling?
I'm actually really excited. I was really nervous and then I scouted it out and now I feel really, really excited. I think we're gonna do really well.
Well, at least you got the faith of one of us to work with. And we're off.
I don't know. We're going.
We're leaving. My hotel is literally a 5-minute journey away from Hyrox, so chill. We're chill. We're good.
We've got this.
We've carved up, hydrated, and we're good to go.
And we're going to absolutely smash it.
We're going to absolutely smash it out the park.
Yeah, the patches.
Yeah, because she hasn't got enough. She hasn't got enough patches yet.
Just hit 10,000 steps.
She's hit 10,000 steps. We haven't even got to the fucking start line yet. We're on a good roll. Yeah.
more work getting ready quickly than...
Yeah, we're like running severely late for our dinner reservation. So we just did like a 9th round of Hyrox by getting ready. So we actually need to go. We'll debrief at the restaurant. Yeah. And the main event, the reason we're all here, the refuel. Mark's time! Okay, give me a debrief of the race. Your favourite bit you found the hardest, and that's all I'm asking for now.
Favourite bit? I actually think the sled pull was my favourite bit because
rogue, but this is why, because 2 years ago, when we did it, we hadn't properly managed to train with actual sled pull. We were doing a lot of drags and TRX drags, and we were on that station for hours. I remember pulling it and going to Ellen, well, it's not moving. It actually just doesn't move. And today we both smashed it. Today it moved. And I know it still feels horrendous, but today we smashed it.
Yeah. Although there was a point where the weight was like sat on the rope on the other end of the thingy, and it got really stuck.
Yeah.
And then it like swerved to one side, and it was all a bit chaotic.
What's a Hyrox without some chaos?
Yeah.
The worst part, I just have to say, every single time the run after the sled push just kills me. Just kills me, and it never gets better.
Although you could have fooled me with your fucking dancing around. Kath was literally dancing like she'd just done a little warm-up job, and she was not in any way, shape or form struggling in the slightest. And that was me, like literally metaphorically being dragged along behind her. Honestly, every time I looked up, I was so focused on my feet most of the time. Every time I looked up, I just saw Kath dancing in front of me. I was like, how has this woman got the energy to do anything other than them and getting one foot in front of the other? I was so impressed.
Kath gets very, very excited when she does Hyrox. If you've not done one before, there's like a DJ, loads of music. It's just such a vibe. I love music. I love DJs. I love singing along and running. I just think it's the best thing ever. I get very, very excited.
The thing is, so what? In that moment, I couldn't think of anything other than how much I needed to throw up. From the second section, I was like, I'm gonna vomit. Shit is gonna come out of my mouth at some point in the near future. Okay, do you wanna do it? So my favourite bit was probably the ski erg, the first station, because I felt fresh and I felt like I could actually like enjoy the station, and I felt good it felt good. Felt like I was moving at a good pace. That was one of the stations in my training that I always felt really good at. So probably the ski erg, and then the rower actually felt pretty good as well. I feel like we both found a good groove with the rower. Then the worst bit was easily the start of the lunges. I turned to Kath as we went into the station. I turned to Kath and I said, "You're going to have to take as much of this as you can because I am like struggling to hell." I was so bad at that point. So bless her, she took maybe like 70% of the lunges, an absolute trooper. And if it wasn't for the needing to vom, I would have enjoyed it so much more, because breath-wise I was fine, aerobically I was fine, my body felt fine. It was just the fact that like something was sitting like in my throat there for near enough the whole race that I just couldn't relax into it. I think it was the water thing. So every time we stopped at a water station, I drank. They only give you like 50 millilitres of water, if that, which is actually very good, because if you downed any more than that, you'd be a goner. I drank all of it, and I think because I drank all of the water that I was picking up, it was sitting in my stomach really badly. Kath is a naughty gal, and she swills and spits, which you're not meant to do apparently, but the only reason I needed the water was because my mouth was so unbelievably dry that I probably should have just done a swill and spit.
Or just a little bit down here.
Yeah. So that was the hardest bit, was just feeling the need to vom for 99% of the run. But it's done now, and now we can eat and drink margaritas and enjoy all of the content that our wonderful friends managed to get for us that we can use for social media and use to promote our free Hyrox training guide that we both used to prep for the race. Oh, by the way, I don't think I've mentioned our time. We got 1:12. Woo! And our goal was 1:10 to 1:15. So absolutely smashed that. We absolutely smashed our time from our previous Hyrox 2 years ago, which was like 1:24. 1:24. Feeling good? Well, feeling good now. Was not feeling good in the race. really basic for the granola bowl. Poached apple, granola, pomegranates, yogurt. Very excited. Good morning. It is Saturday, day post Hyrox. Body's feeling good. It's just the bottom of my feet that are hurting, and some idiot decided to plan heeled boots for her shoe of the day today, so that wasn't ideal. But yeah, otherwise feeling good. Just finished up breakfast with Josh, and now he's headed off to do some of his own plans for the day, and I am heading off to our Strength 360 client meetup in Spitalfields, which I am so excited about. We're doing a paint and sip, which is the best festive activity in my opinion. So yeah, just got off the Lizzie line and heading up to Spitalfields Market. Gonna grab a coffee and get ready for the morning, well, for the afternoon, because we start at 12. Yeah, feeling good. I am incredibly early, 40 minutes early to be specific. So I've just dropped into Blank Street down the road from the place that we're doing the paint and sip to grab a coffee and blitz through some client messages before we start the event so that I can just be off my phone and present with the girls at the event. I've also just done a little bit of a Oliver bonus haul for the girlies at the event, a little Christmas present pickup. You get treated well in Strength 360, let me tell you. How are you feeling post Hyrox?
I feel really good actually. I haven't slept, but other than that,
Absolutely fine. Yeah, so this is my, what I've got in so far, 45 minutes in. Kath.
I mean, but it's like...